will be jumping against Charlie Henderson. And Freelo takes the tip, and here is Caleb LeCount, right to left across your radio dial. Welcome everyone listening on ESPN and watching on Flow College Sports. JB Mathers with Mitchell Monge. It's going to be Rob Diaz, one of our J. Sarah products, and then right to the rim, off the mark, no good is Josiah. Oh, by the way, Josiah battling that shoulder, but like the aggressiveness start for Sanders.
Well, frustrated. He wanted that one coming back off the floor. Love the aggressiveness, as you said early, from Josiah.
Here is your other Henderson. That's Andrew Henderson off the left elbow, in and out, no good. Rebound Josiah. Gets it to LeCount. Jack's coming off a split on the road last week. And up high, it's going to be Caleb with the little teardrop floater. Jack strike first. They lead 2-0. Bring the ball on court is Pierce. Pierce on the H with the axe at the timeline. This ball is passed over to number 3. That is Guillory. Guillory to Oliver. Oliver 0-on-0. He versus Diaz. Here's Henderson. Deep 3. Missed everything. It's going to go to Monty Cook, who's sitting in the 76 shooter seats on the baseline.
Take a look at Caleb LeCount playing in a retro basketball shoe there, the Concord Jordan 11s.
That's a good
pulling them out.
Notice on your part there.
It's an old basketball shoe, breaking them out.
LeCount passes, comes over to Diaz. Diaz down the lane, very tough shot for Rob. Draws the foul. Rob, who knows how to hunt points, will go to the stripe and shoot 2 times.
Well, Rob Diaz, 6th in the conference in scoring this year, averaging over 15.5 per game, and knows how to use his body there, especially getting to his left hand, the dominant hand, leaning forward and turning that shoulder to make sure any contact is going to send him flying, kind of emphasize getting the foul call there.
The lefty drills the first. 3-0 Lumberjacks. One more time here for Rob Diaz. It is up. No good off the mark. Freelo had it momentarily, but it comes to Charlie Henderson. Henderson to Pierce. Pierce runs the point. Pierce top of the key. Henderson to Andrew Henderson. And Andrew Henderson in the lane. Little 10-foot floater. Count it on the board of the Coyotes. It's a 3-2 game. Lumberjacks by a point. Ball over the right side of Diaz. Diaz gets a screen from Freelo. Goes to his left. Loses the ball. Scoops it. Does not score it. Kept alive by Kyle Freelo. Freelo. Briscoe. Briscoe lost the basketball. Just wasn't looking and dribbled it off his foot out of bounds, and the Lumberjacks empty possession. Well, not empty, but nothing to show for it.
Talked about a short travel lineup for the Oats without Jordan Williams. Right above Rob Diaz on the conference scoring list, averaging over 16 a game. So
he apparently has a MCL injury, so hate to see injuries for anyone. Pierce to Andrew Henderson. Now Charlie Henderson comes over to Pierce. Pierce, Evan Oliver. Oliver pushes it. Finds Guillory. Guillory backing in against Briscoe. Turns, deep fadeaway. Short, no good. Freelo tips it over to Diaz. Diaz across the timeline. Diaz, Josiah to Freelo. Freelo spins in the lane. Nothing there. The first comes out of it to Briscoe. Now Caleb. LeCount through the lane and gets a piggyback ride from Andrew Henderson. Foul is called, I'm not sure on who, and that was really Henderson bailing LeCount out. He went in the air, and I think fortunate that Henderson was there, Mitchell.
I know. I don't know if I've seen that before. I mean, LeCount getting upended and then holding onto the defender for dear life, riding him down, kind of trying to break his fall.
3-2 your score, almost 3 minutes in. LeCount will get 2. And looks like they got Andrew Henderson on the foul. Caleb's first is true. We are back at it on Saturday, matinee games, 1 and 3 o'clock. Shot is up and it is good. 5-2, Lumberjacks lead by 3. Just underway here, Lumberjack Arena. Longtime CC2A rivals, but it's been all San Bernardino the last few years. Near side, Charlie Henderson hands it to Oliver. Oliver to his right. inside the paint, back to his left. Looking for separation against Diaz. Spins inside the free throw line. Hammers that home. Jacks lead 5-4.
Oliver with a nice move, little shimmy on the shake, fade away. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Running the point, Caleb LeCount. LeCount dribbles. Wants a screen from Freelo. Goes against the screen, down the lane, draws the foul. So Caleb taking matters into his own hands. He'll go back to the stripe. And obviously, if you're Humboldt, you'd love to see San Bernardino get in foul trouble with the very shallow bench.
Well, not even that, but just to see the Jacks get to the line early. I mean, this is going to be their 5th and 6th free throws before even the first media timeout. And that's, you know, a product of driving the ball inside and being aggressive early on.
First is up. It is good. Substitutions. I believe that's Guillory sitting. Checking in number 6, Jordan Jones, 6-foot senior from Macon, Georgia. One more time, shot is on its way, counter. 7-4 Lumberjacks lead here, 3.5 minutes in. San Bernardino left to right across your radio dial. That is Cameron Pierce running the point, feeds it to Oliver on the left wing. Oliver to the short corner. Hesitates, and we've got a whistle away from the basketball. They're going to get Rob Diaz with the foul. That is the first foul called against the Jacks. First, obviously, on Diaz as well. Baseline. Pierce to inbound. Pierce comes in. Andrew Henderson flashes, steps back. Deep three. Short, no good, and the Jacks will watch that go out of bounds. There's Monty Cook again, the legendary equipment manager for the Lumberjacks. Retired now. And here is Caleb LeCount. LeCount runs the point. Brings the ball top of the key off the screen. Stops the dribble, comes to Josiah. Sanders to Rob. Rob left, then right. Diaz looks to the clock, 8 on the shot clock, feeds it Josiah, back turn, and he's 18 feet from the hoop. Has it stripped away by Jones. Great job there by Jones across midcourt. Jones dribbles, attacks, right hand, short, no good. Rebound. Number 1, Caleb LeCount. LeCount midcourt. LeCount dribbles, attacks, feeds it underneath, and the ball is stripped away. Pierce with the basketball. Pierce, free throw line, near side. Oliver defers on the 3. Instead goes baseline, reverse lay-in, yes. Sweet move by Oliver. Jacks lead down to a point.
Very nice move. It looked like he checked his feet, was thinking about the 3, but it wasn't in rhythm, so he opted to take the drive, got to the backside for the reverse. Very nice finish.
Sanders, fronted by Andrew Henderson. He's going to drive the lane, goes to his left, and Josiah finishes. Jacks on top, 9-6, 14:45 to go here in the first half. Pierce, right side, 3 on the way. Henderson short, no good. Rebound, Freelo. Freelo to LeCount. That was Charlie Henderson, by the way. Know your Hendersons. I'm going to assume no relation. They're from 2 different towns. LeCount feeds it, Freelo. Freelo sees the size advantage against Pierce, and he's fouled. We're back in 1 minute. Jacks lead 9-6, ESPN 107.3. Jacks lead 9-6. Your thoughts early in this one, Mitchell?
I like what they've done offensively. You know, a couple of good shots. They've been aggressive, trying to get inside the paint, gotten to the stripe, 5 of 6 from the stripe. But on the flip side, not taking care of the basketball. They got 4 turnovers, the Yotes with none. And of those, again, one of the things we talked about pregame, passing the ball, no assists to 4 turnovers. Definitely got to flip that around going forward.
Coyotes are 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 3 from downtown. The Lumberjacks 2 of 4 from the floor, have not taken a 3, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Baseline is the 4th foul before the break, Mitchell, called against the Coyotes. Diaz to inbound from the baseline. Rob comes into Freelo. Freelo attacking Henderson, goes to the glass, got it. Jacks 11-6, extending their lead. Oliver, top of the key, spins off the left side, comes over to Andrew Henderson. Dribbles, drives, stops. Outside 3 on the way, short, no good. That was Jones, and here's Briscoe. Jacks had numbers momentarily. LeCount against Oliver. Feeds it over to Freelo. Kyle down the lane. Goes up in the air, kisses it off the glass. It's good. Jacks on top 13-6.
Yeah, tough bucket, almost a windmill finish as he went up, came around, kissed it off the glass up and in. Good touch on the inside by the big man.
Pierce, Jones, Oliver, top of the key, back to his left, comes to Charlie Henderson, backing in against Freelo, bangs away. Sanders with the help D, might have affected it a little bit with the rebound. It's LeCount, falls out of bounds, but gets it off to Josiah first. Midcourt basketball for LeCount. Jack's ready to make some substitutions. Dribble drive, LeCount, and traveling the call on Caleb. Jackson turn it over, come down and play defense. Marseille Mason in, Cam Timmons in for the Lumberjacks. Grabbing a seat, Josiah Sanders and Kyle Freelo. Jack showed a little bit of pressure, but not going to use it. Retreating now. Cross midcourt, Oliver. Oliver stopping the dribble. Gets it over to Henderson. Excuse me, that is number 20, Nic Welp. We'll get to the line on Welp in just a minute. And out of bounds, last touch. So Welp, his father, according per Coach Teff, who I find credible, the all-time leading scorer for the University of Washington. Nic Welp, 6'9", from Seattle, Washington. Last attended Western Washington University up there in Bellingham.
Checks out.
Jacks down, or rather up, 13-6. Down are the Yotes. Andrew Henderson's strong move is denied, and the other direction. Aiden Fowler, who came into this ball game, the Orange County Player of the Year last year, the freshman from J. Sarah, operates the point. Feeds it over to Cam. Cam, top of the key, finds Diaz, elevates to Cam. Cam comes up short. Diaz the putback. No. Marseille the putback. Yes. However, there was a whistle before that bucket.
Well, they got Rob Diaz. Took some contact as he was going up, and a really good job by Rob. He got up in the air, catches the rebound, puts it back before even bringing that ball down. Don't bring that ball down into danger. Diaz eating the contact. That was a close shot, just right off the side iron, and almost got it to go. But back to the free throw line.
There's Diaz. He's got 2 points now.
5 team fouls now for the Yotes are shorthanded.
Briscoe, Diaz, Fowler, Mason, Timmons. Those are your 5 Lumberjacks. Shot is up. It is true.
San Bernardino had 7 or 8 guys make the trip. Is that what you said?
I believe it's 7.
Wow.
Yeah, they are depleted. Well, they had an 8th, but he's sick. So tough going for the Coyotes. Down the right side, ball comes to Welp. Welp. Oliver in the paint. Ball's loose, comes outside. Oliver 3. Off the iron, no good. Welp on the putback. Yes, for Welp. 15-8, Jacks by 7. Under 12 to play here in the first. Midcourt for Fowler. Aiden to his left, back to his right. Now on the right wing, pitches it, comes over to Marseille. Now it's Briscoe, Jamal on the left wing. Cut off by the defender, dribbles, fade away for Briscoe, yes. Fade away on the short corner, count it. Jacks extend the lead 17-9.
That's such a tough bucket, the short corner fadeaway, so you can't even use the glass. Coming off a little shimmy shake, beautifully done by Briscoe.
Guillory inside the arc in front of Marseille, buries that, nothing but net. 17-10 at the 11:08 mark. Right to left, Aiden Fowler. Where's number 2? Fowler to Marseille. Right side, Fowler. Back to Mason. Marseille right, steps up, kind of a line drive, hits the front of the rim. Nothing there. And loose ball at midcourt, up with it is Briscoe. Wants Diaz, pokes it up to him, and Rob finishes. 19-10, Lumberjacks lead.
That was extremely well done by Briscoe. Knew he wasn't going to be able to get 2 hands on the ball, just stuck a hand in there and poked it forward to Rob.
Court Franklin ready to check in. Yelp, 3 on its way. Yes, sir. 19-13. Jacks lead trimmed to 6. Fowler, midcourt. 10-14 to go here, first half action. Timmons to Aiden. Fowler stops, pops, elevates, rattles it in. 21-13, Jacks by 8, 10 to go in the first. Yelp, he's going to attack the lane, yes. Yelp running and finishing. Aiden across the H at midcourt, takes it to the timeline. Diaz dribbles, drives, deep 2 for Rob, back of the iron, and then through the net barely even moved. Diaz quickly with 7, Jacks lead by 8. Oliver. Guillory. Guillory on the short corner, short no good. Rebound, Rob Diaz. Diaz, top of the key. Diaz behind his back, stops the dribble, gets through traffic, comes over to Briscoe. Jamal, our player of the game from the other day. To Fowler. Fowler. One-on-one with Pierce. Now to his right, working off the screen. Fowler dips in the defender, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes to the Coyotes. Deep outlet to Oliver. Oliver streaking, diving, spinning, shooting. Very hard shot, nothing but the net for Evan Oliver. Lead is down to 6.
They made it look so easy, spinning. While he's coming around with speed and able to take that shot still on balance, get his hips right in the air.
Fowler, top of the key. It's going to be a legal screen on Cam. Timeout on the floor. Back in a minute. Jacks lead 23-17. ESPN 107.3. JB Mathers, Mitchell Mongi, 23-17, Jacks by 6, but here come the Coyotes.
Absolutely, and the Jacks off to a hot start. Rob Diaz getting it done, 7 points. LeCount's got 6. Very efficient from the floor, 8 of 13. Get this, Jacks have not taken a three-pointer yet. They've been driving the ball inside. By the way, they got 7 of 8 from the charity stripe. So getting it done, and they cleaned it up. Since that the under-16 timeout, just 2 turnovers. They had 4 in the first 4 minutes.
Marseille Mason, Rob Diaz, Court Franklin in for the first time tonight. Caleb LeCount's back, and Aiden Fowler got a chance to meet Court's family down in Monterey and his aunt. Great people, and they're big fans of yours, Mitchell. So Love that.
We appreciate all of our
the kind words.
Yeah.
Inbounds left to right, Coyote basketball. 8:30 to go. We're going to have another media timeout probably here pretty soon. Guillory, top of the key. Attacks, working against Mason. Backing in now against Marseille. Still backing in. Hop steps, turns to his left, and lost the ball out of bounds because it was swatted away. And Mike Munson, and now a foul?
No, the referee called a foul initially, and then I think the other ref called out of bounds.
Gotcha.
And corrected him with the foul call.
Josiah checking in. Sitting for the Jacks will be Marseille Mason. Baseline, and the officials discussing things. Pierce to inbound from the baseline. Looking. Yelp. Oliver almost to the axe at midcourt. Working against the freshman Fowler. Backs down, turns to the elbow, gets rid of it. Dribble drive, Pierce, Yelp. Yelp turns. 5 on the shot clock, near side. 3 on the way for Pierce in front of the Humboldt bench. Yeah, 23-20, just like that. The lead is down to 3, 7:55 to play here in the first half before Lenny Zaleski joins Mitchell Mongi. Diaz, right then left, pitches it out to Sanders. Sanders hands it, gives it to Fowler. Now it's Josiah. Dribble, drive, bounce, pass, corner pocket, LeCount 3. Too much, and the rebound goes to Court. And Court had it stripped away, came back with the basketball. LeCount, same spot. Results this time 3. Rattles it in. And a whistle. Diaz chatting a little too much, apparently. No, Caleb, sorry. All right, back in a minute. Jacks do lead by 6, ESPN 107.3. JB Mathers, Mitchell Mongi, Lumberjacks lead 26-20. Jacks are 9 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 2 now from downtown, 7 of 8 from the stripe. Yotes are 9 of 20 from the floor, 2 of 7 from downtown. You have to get to the stripe. Jacks are out rebounding San Bernardino 12-4. Jacks 4 assists, 6 turnovers. Coyotes 1 assist, 1 turnover.
Well, that only turning the ball over 1 time is why they're still in this game, and it's only a 6-point game. Yotes doing an excellent job taking care of the ball. Oliver's gotten off to a hot start, 3 of 4. Welp as well, 3 of 4, 7 points, 6 points respectively. So those two guys, if they can keep it up, I mean, short-handed team, but sometimes that opens up opportunities for guys to have bigger games and step into some bigger roles.
Sanders, Diaz, LeCount. I think there was a technical foul called before we went to break. I believe it was Caleb jawing with the San Bernardino bench after he made the 3. Looks like we'll have a technical shot for the Coyotes. Coyotes come out with Guillory, Pierce, who will shoot the free throw, Oliver, Jones, and Yelp. Sets, pauses, shoots. Good. 26-21. One more time here on the technical. Sets, pauses, shoots. Free throws are good, and the basketball for the Coyotes. Jacks have not trailed in this game, but the Coyotes definitely getting closer and chipping away here. Guillory and Sanders having a conversation on the low block. Left to right, Pierce runs the point. Midcourt, basketball, Yelp just inside the arc. Turns, Oliver back to Yelp, wide open, top of the key three, buries it. 26-25, the lead is diminished to 1.
Well, those two guys are the ones who are keeping the Yotes offense afloat and cutting it down to 1-point lead. Little pick and pop there for Welp.
Franklin to Sanders, like zone defense here for the Coyotes. Sanders on the low block. Josiah backing in, long pass to Fowler. Fowler left wing, 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles, drives, double team, needs some help, finds Sanders, the lefty, 3. The lefty, way too much. Pierce on the rebound. Pierce, midcourt. Yelp, and stolen away. He took his eyes away from the defender. Caleb LeCount stole his lunch money. 26-25. Top of the key, LeCount down low. Court Franklin with the left hand finishes. 28-25, Lumberjacks by 3.
Give him some love. Right place, right time, down on the block. Kept the ball high above his head. Turn, high finish. Great job on the block.
Dribble drive. Oliver spins in the lane. Elevation. Crawls over the rim. Great shooter's touch by Oliver. He's got 8 points. Jacks lead back down to 1. 28-27, 5:45 to go.
Yeah, we're trading buckets a little bit here.
First half action. LeCount. Top of the key. Franklin wants it on the block. It's not there. Now they're going to come to Diaz. Diaz, screen, pitches it out. Aiden gets his man in the air, pulls the trigger from 3. Fowler, in and out, no good. Yelp. Coyotes can take their first lead of the game right here. Oliver, short corner, and that's an offensive foul. Drawing the charge is Fowler. Briscoe and Freelo are going to check in. See who checks out for Humboldt. So Freelo in, Franklin sits. Briscoe in. And it looks like Rob Diaz will get a breather at the 5:20 mark. Sanders, LeCount. LeCount walks it across the timeline. Midcourt, slows, comes to Briscoe. Briscoe, LeCount, far side, near side. Josiah, the big lefty, drains it. 31-27 with 5 to go in the first. The Jacks lead by 4.
Well, that first 3 just a few possessions ago was a little bit rushed. Had some pressure in his face there. Sanders able to set his feet, knocks it down from the corner.
Guillory operates the point. Top of the key. Guillory, one hands it to Yelp. Yelp to Guillory. Guillory through the lane, cradles it like a football, takes it, goes up over Sanders. Sanders hits the deck hard, ball comes in, down low, loose ball, and it is Freelo. And Josiah is squinting a little bit. By the way, Josh Udo has checked in. Udo number 8, 6'3", out of Bellflower. The Jacks quickly turn it right back over.
Well, Sanders, yeah, is still grimacing a bit as he took a hard fall there. Went down, and we know that he's been dealing with some pain throughout the last few games. And what a tough young man. Bumps and bruises all along the way.
31-27, 4:19 to go here in the first. Oliver, basketball. Backs down, turns, spins, 2, good. Oliver, just the shooter's touch. Delivering, he is in double figures with 10. Leads all scores.
He's unconscious in this first half, just knocking him down. Put on a performance, huh, JB?
Oliver comes over to steal, that ball is kicked. All right, timeout on the floor. We're going to have 3:58 to go before halftime after these messages. Jacks lead 31-29, ESPN 107.3. J.B. Mathers, Mitchell Monchi, and the Lumberjacks trying to do what Notre Dame just did, get a victory. Kudos to, if you're, by the way, you're like Bert Nordstrom, you don't know what's happening in the game, turn it away, but Notre Dame just with 7 seconds to go, looks like they're going to advance in the college football playoff. Nonetheless, we're talking basketball here. So Sanders does go out there, and I think it's a good play by coach. If you let him sit, he's going to think about the shoulder. Just get him out there and play him.
Absolutely, and with those kind of things, the bumps and bruises, you want to stay fresh. As soon as you start to sit, that's when the soreness starts kicking in, things starting to tighten up a little bit, so like keeping him out there on the floor. Agree with that.
Liam watching as well. Liam back in our Eureka studios, the best in the business, our engineer. And of course, got Ryan and the guys here bringing you the Flow College sports. Ball comes in to Sanders. Sanders is going to test that shoulder, goes up in the air, finds Freelo, easy lay-in, and Kyle Freelo delivers Jacks 33, 29, 3:50 to go.
Love a little thumbs up to Coach Tip by Sanders after that play as well.
Oliver, he's had the hot hand, goes right down the lane, beats Briscoe to the spot. Kiss off the glass. 2 more for Oliver. He's got 12. And the Jacks lead is diminished to 33-29.
Might have learned a thing or two from JoJo Murphy over his season at Chico.
Former teammates at Chico State, as that ball is kicked by the Yotes on the entry pass from Caleb LeCount. 20 on the shot clock for the Lumberjacks. Fowler operates from the baseline. Jacks running a play here. Ball comes in. LeCount. Oliver with the steal. Then he throws that and tracking it down. Beating Briscoe there is Udo. Then he goes to the baseline. Foot on the line. And that's probably going to get Briscoe out of this game. Losing out on that 50-50 ball. No, it'll be Fowler. My apologies. Fowler to the bench, so it is Briscoe, Diaz, Sanders, LeCount, and I'm missing someone. That is going to be Freelo.
Which just emphasizes the point of not guessing if the ball's going to go out of bounds, because the way it was thrown from our angle, looked like it was going to take one hop into Pepsi Row.
Yeah, I thought Larry DeBane or Keith DeMello were going to make the play there. Diaz, right wing, 3 on the clock. Diaz, top of the key, spits it out to LeCount. Backing in Freelo. Freelo double clutch. Cut off by Yelp. Out to LeCount. 8 on the shot clock. Caleb down the wing. Gets a screen. Wants the 3. Puts it up. Side iron no good. Yelp up higher than everyone else to cradle that basketball. 3-pointer can give the Coyotes their first lead of the night. No surprise, we've got a good one here. Dribble drive. Oliver spinning. Stripping away is Diaz. Jacks have numbers. 3-on-2. LeCount goes at Yelp, goes to his left, up and in, look out. Couldn't see anything, even some English on the ball delivers. Jacks 35-31, 2:20 to go before halftime.
That's such a tough shot, getting the spin above the square, off the glass. Caleb LeCount looking for a contact, didn't get the call, got the bucket to go. That's what you want to do, finish with the contact, whether you get a call or not.
Guillory going at Sanders, takes it to the season, and this is a strip now by Briscoe. Here we go, Briscoe, the high flyer. Tomahawk slams it home. The crowd loves that. No doubt about who the best dunker is on this team, and Briscoe spends the entire time looking at the bench of San Bernardino. Briscoe with the Tomahawk slammer.
You've been waiting for one of those, JB.
Yeah, nothing gets the crowd more juice than Briscoe on a breakaway. Thank goodness coach didn't take him out. So back-to-back steals for the Jacks, put them up 6. Pierce to his left. Comes over Guillory directing traffic. He wants to go at Josiah, then goes right into Freelo. And it's going to be a defensive foul called against Kyle. Hey, don't forget momentarily, Lenny Zaleski, legendary man in the world of wrestling, is now the coach, as we are going to have our first wrestling meet right here in Lumberjack Arena for the first time in 33 years. Coach Cheek is smiling somewhere. Guillory, kind of a shot put free throw, no good. crowd is energized right now, Mitchell.
Well, that's what happens when you have
Briscoe pumps him up.
Jamal Briscoe just absolutely throwing it down.
Guillory's second, no good. Sanders on the rebound. Josiah will take it, gets it up to Rob. Rob does not have numbers. Rob does not care. Bucket in the foul, Rob Diaz. Hand pump from Coach Tiff. Jacks aggressive and springing them to a 39-31 lead. One more coming possibly.
And that's just another one of the advantages of why you want to push on the break. You force the defense to make a decision. Rob Diaz puts his head down, going to the basket, forcing the defense to react to him instead of vice versa. Being the aggressor gets rewarded with the and one.
Diaz, chance here for double figures in the first. The lefty shoots, the lefty scores. 40-31, Jacks lead by 9. Oliver runs the point, takes it at midcourt. You can hear Coach wants discipline on defense. Oliver, midcourt, passes, Andrew Henderson. Henderson, Oliver, Yelp wants it in the low block. And that is a hand check on Briscoe. That is the 6th foul called against the Jacks for Briscoe, his first. That is, should be the 6th foul. I don't know why Oliver's going to the line. Fowler in. Briscoe's going to sit. Baseline inbounding will be the Coyotes. 69 seconds remain before halftime. No, Briscoe remains out there. It's LeCount going to the bench.
Yeah, they wanted to get LeCount out with the 2 fouls with 69 seconds.
Diaz goes for the steal. Oliver up with the basketball. Oliver at the logo. Teardrop lane, good. And Diaz gambled, and that's what just drives Coach nuts, is that gamble on defense, and it cost the Jacks 2 points. He said stay disciplined, and it didn't work out. Midcourt for Fowler. Aiden to his left. To his right, stops, looks, Sanders, 15 on the shot clock. He wants to go one-on-one with Henderson. Squares him up, goes between the legs, dribbles, drives, fadeaway, that's his spot. Got it. 42-33, Jacks by 9. 35 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. Oliver. Timeout called by the Yotes. 30-second variety, so they want to go over their final possession and try to get a little mo as the Jacks did a great job. This is a 1-point game. The Jacks now have extended it to 9. 27 seconds left before halftime.
If I could shoot like Josiah Sanders, I think every spot on the floor would be my favorite.
Well, I was talking to Josiah because he was hitting spots against Monterey, and I asked him, I said, do you like that low block or the short corner? He said, Jay, that's my spot. So you can hear the confidence in my voice when he hit a spot. Not the first time he's taken that shot.
Well, no, and he cleared everybody out, calls himself the isolation, got right there between the legs, step back, fade away. I mean, he makes it look so easy. He makes it look effortless. But it's like, I mean, 6'9", he's got a tall defender on him. That's
and he's just smooth. He's so smooth.
Such a good player.
Huddle for both teams here. 30-second variety. Coach Arganall called the timeout.
But you got to imagine they're going to go to Oliver Welp. If I mean, those are the 2 guys in double figures. Pierce chipped in 5. Henderson and Guillory with a bucket apiece. But again, it's been Oliver who's got the hot hand, 7 of 8. Wouldn't be surprised to try and draw something up for him here.
Yeah, it's Velp, it's Henderson, Guillory, Jones, and Oliver. As you heard earlier, Velp's dad, the all-time leading scorer for the Huskies. Oliver looks back to his coach. Man-to-man defense by the Jacks. Fowler out on him. Ball comes to Jones, back to Oliver. Oliver, top of the key, near side. That is tipped by Diaz, and that takes out the monitor. Hopefully that monitor is game ready. Henderson to inbound in front of us. 9 on the shot clock, 13 on the game clock. Ball comes to Oliver. To his left, lost the basketball. Comes to Henderson. Puts up a very tough 3, and he hits it. Kudos, tip your cap. Fadeaway 3, moving to his right, got it. And a whistle. I think the clock issue here.
Yeah, the clock stopped after the made basket.
I mean, you just tip your cap. They're going to say that's halftime. All right, that's going to do it for the half. The Jacks will take, what do you know? Stanislaus, they led by 6. Monterey, they trailed by 6. So another 6-point offense with 14 points in the first. Oliver comes backcourt to Pearson. We are underway here in the second. Pierce, bounce pass. Works it around, comes to Guillory off the right elbow. Guillory attacking, cut off by Freelo. Now backs up, is going to try to get it. Comes downhill, cradles that basketball like it's a football. Ball finds its way to Welp, and Welp fills it up from the short corner. 42-38, Jacks lead by 4. Midcourt for the Lumberjacks. Freelo, free throw line. Ball comes out, and last touch by Henderson, I believe, yes. Lumberjack basketball, 18 on the shot clock. Really key not to come out flat here. I know it's early, but after what I saw last weekend. Dribble drive, Diaz to the short corner, spins, runs into Welp. Welp fights him off, now Briscoe. 8 on the shot clock for Caleb LeCount. LeCount, dribble, drive, teardrop, lefty, glass, no good. Freelo kept it alive, but last touch by him as he and Welp battled. Lumberjacks retreat, get on defense. 42-38. Jacks by 4. Mitchell Monge.
You see the Jacks putting some pressure here, try to get some momentum, because if they can get a quick turnover, steal in transition, get a bucket, and like you said, try to get the momentum going early.
Pierce with the basketball. Coyotes have cut it to 4. They've got the basketball. Looking to make it a little tighter. Oliver, big first half for Evan. Comes to his left, goes to his right. Takes it out of the elbow, backing in, puts it up. Oliver's shooter's touch point did everything but fall, but it does not matter. There is Mr. Welp again, son of Washington's all-time leading scorer, 2 more. And the Jacks lead has dwindled to 2, 4 straight for the Coyotes coming out of the break. Near side LeCount, Freelo. Elbow, and takes it in the lane. Did he get away with the travel? He did not. Went in the air, came back down, double dribble, travel, call what you want, and the Jacks stymied here to start the second half.
They had just 8 turnovers, and there's one there. But again, we talked about it, this team's been 2 different teams in each half. Got to take care of the basketball.
Pierce, Oliver left wing. Goes to Diaz. Steps back, now drives again, backing in, turns. Diaz with a rejection. Sanders picks it up. Josiah near side Briscoe. Sanders to Diaz. Diaz, screen from Freelo. Right at Welp, tough shot, no good. Rebound, Guillory. Breakaway, and it's going to be Oliver with Briscoe. Briscoe up high, and Oliver lets him slide by. We are all tied 42 apiece. Timeout called by Chris Tift. We're back in 1 minute, ESPN 107.3. Well, Mitchell Monge, let's hope this is not a here we go again, but the Jacks, who had a 6-point lead this time a week ago, came out flat to Stanislaus, and not as much flat as San Bernardino's just been heavier on the pedal to the metal.
Well, and it's really been 2 guys. It's been Oliver and Welp. They've combined for 30 of the Yotes, 42 points, and Oliver averaging just under 13 a game, well over Severson average already. We got a lot of basketball left to play.
Timeout was called by the Lumberjacks, and it will be Sanders inbounding to LeCount, left to right across your radio dial. And this is our first tie of the game since 0-0 for the record. Yotes have not led in this game. Jacks yet to score in the second half. Sanders looks to get to his spot, goes to his left, and gets a bucket. 44-42, Sanders delivers. Jacks retake the lead.
Well, it's the guy you want to go to if you're the Jacks if you need a bucket. Cy Sanders has been Mr. Consistency all season long.
Cross midcourt for Pierce. Pierce, Welp. Welp wants Oliver backdoor. It's not there. Comes to Henderson. Long two, no good. And up high to get the rebound for 5'8" Caleb LeCount.
When you can't defend that any better if you're Sanders. Doesn't get beat inside, recovers out to the three.
Freeload down the lane. Welp having none of it. Big rejection. Here comes Pierce now. Pierce. Top of the key. Back to Welp. Welp thought about the lead. They go down low. Pierce spins away, denied by Sanders. Sanders a Fred Hooks play. The swat and the basketball. Ball comes left side. Briscoe spots up three. Briscoe too much. Welp on the rebound. Welp outside of Pierce. Pierce. Midcourt. Pierce. Welp. Flashes. Backing in now outside. Henderson also flashes. Step back. Thought about it. Should be noted, Henderson went pink shoes in the first half. He has purple shoes here in the second. Interception by Caleb LeCount as they try to feed it into Guillory. Now, I guess they're black shoes with purple laces, but interesting shoe change at the break. Dribble, drive, step back, feeding underneath. Freelo and Welp had his hand cradled around the side. And we're going to take a break. We're back in 1 minute. Jacks 44, Yotes 42, ESPN 107.3. .16 to go here, Mitchell, 44-42, and I don't know about you, it just feels like we're in for a great 16 minutes here, finish one way or the other.
I think it's going to be fun. It's be a lot better, more comfortable for the Jacks as they were able to take control of this game going down the stretch, but I feel like this is a team that's going to be a grinded out type of game, especially the way the Yotes come swinging. The one question I do have, with only being 7 guys deep, I mean, you look at Oliver, who's the leading scorer with 16. He's played 20 minutes. Pierce has been in there for 20 minutes. Guillory's been in there for 20 minutes. Welp with 18. So these guys are they got to have the win to get all the way through to the end of this game.
Yeah, that's a good point. Basketball belongs to the Lumberjacks from the baseline. It's going to be Rob Diaz. 20 on the shot clock, 16 on the game clock. 16 minutes, that is. LeCount to the logo, outside. Diaz, Rob, feeds Josiah. Backing in Henderson, takes it to the paint. Hop steps, wanted Freelo, and they're not on the same page, and that'll be a turnover on the Jacks. I think he thought Freelo was gonna streak. Freelo had his back turned, ball just was rocketed into the advanced security seats. And coach letting the official know he's not crazy about the call. Tonight's officials, Darrell Holland, Matt Armorall, and Robbie Cessna. And that was Robbie who he was talking to. And the official and the ball girl get the sweat off the floor, and here we go. Oliver, midcourt. 44-42, Jacks by 2. Oliver, top of the key. Right then left. Stops his dribble. Looking for some help. and gets the ball out to Welp. Welp, Henderson, three on the way. Short, no good. Rebound, Caleb LeCount. LeCount spins away from some traffic, finds Diaz. Diaz back to Caleb. Caleb, elbow, feeds Freelo, foul. Kyle will go to the stripe and shoot two. Nice move there by Freelo. Good foul. Make him earn from the stripe if you're the Coyotes.
Absolutely, and there was just a beautiful pick and roll from Freelo as when he set the screen, turned to the inside, sealed Oliver up high. You see him grabbing the jersey as he's going to the paint, then taking the contact, getting a shot up. It's tough when you're going in that hard, getting the contact to really gather it and get a look at the basket.
Freelo's first off the mark.
How many times can you say Freelo free throw?
Not many. Probably not even once. Substitution coming. Jones in, Pierce sits. Freelo one more time. Kyle's got 6 points on the evening. Shot is up. It is true. 45-42. Oliver comes across the midcourt line. Between the legs, to his left, puts up a quick three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Freelo. So Oliver trying to catch the Jacks sleeping, missed the ball. And here comes Briscoe. Briscoe, left side, far side. Diaz, three, bucket, no foul, yes. Rob 1, 2, 3 times from the charity stripe. You'll take that if you're Humboldt, try to extend this three-point lead, maybe even double it.
Well, and Rob had his eyes on the basket the entire time. He was the first man down the floor, set up on the wing, didn't get the pass, moved over a couple steps, still didn't get it, then moved to the corner. Nice dime there, was locked and loaded, just couldn't get it to fall.
His first is up. It is good.
It's one of the things that I like, though, about Diaz is when he's looking for a shot, show for the ball, doesn't get it, move, you don't get it, move again, and you're always ready to shoot.
He's a scorer. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Diaz one more time. Pauses, shoots. Rattles it in. 48-42. Lumberjacks do lead by 6. Guillory with the basketball to Oliver. Midcourt for Oliver. Pushes it right side. Jones. Jones. Oliver. Oliver just inside the arc. Loses it, comes to Freelo. Now it's going to be LeCount, does not have numbers, doesn't matter. Wow. Through the trees to his right, reverses it, lays it in. Timeout called by Coach Arganol of the Coyotes. Let's see if we keep it here. Yeah, we're going to stay right here, 30-second variety. Game was tied at 42 apiece. The Jacks answer with 8 straight, Mitchell.
Absolutely, and you get it back to that halftime lead of 6 and then steal and getting to the basket. LeCount's just so good inside the paint, not only as a scorer, but as a passer too, and that's what makes him so dangerous, is because when he goes to the rim, you don't know if he's going to be able to find somebody. He's got eyes in the back of his head practically, so when he's going on the drive, he's got somebody on the other side of the lane. You really do have to account for that when you're defending it.
14:29 to go here. Let's take a look at the second half stats. Jacks are 2 of 6 from the floor, 0 of 1 from downtown, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. San Bernardino is 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 2 from downtown. Stats-wise, points off turnovers 13-9 in favor of Humboldt. Bench scoring. San Bernardino, who doesn't have much of a bench tonight, leading that category.
Backdoor lob. I don't think Fowler saw him, but able to get it inside. Freelo with enough nice finish in the paint.
Oliver tied up, and I think they're going to call a foul. Josiah Sanders picks up the foul for Josiah. That is number 1, and we are going to pause, take a timeout. Jacks lead 55-44, 11:16 to play, ESPN 107.3. JB Mathers, Mitchell Mongi, Jacks lead 55-44. Mitchell around the CC2A, and take a quick look. Monterey leads East Bay 56-52. Dominguez Hills over San Marcos 47-39. Pomona 50-49 over Chico with 15 to go. Stan State beating San Francisco 52-46, and Sonoma leads LA 56-53. All those games with a lot of time left in the second. Just as we are here, 55-44, long way to go. Jacks on defense. Inbounding is Jones. Jones taking his time, comes to Oliver on the left wing. Evan, hesitation. Three on the way, and short, no good. I believe that was Udo on the shot there who checked in. And down the lane, Briscoe with the dunk, denied. Cleaning up the mess is Freelo.
And Briscoe just slipped out of his hands on the way up. Couldn't get the flush, but he was looking for his second hammer of the night.
Oliver weaving through traffic. Tough shot denied. A little too long in the air. Sanders came over and swatted that one out of bounds. Josiah playing some elevation blocking above the rim tonight.
Yeah, he's been a definite factor on the defensive end.
We talked so much about his offensive game, but don't overlook the D. Henderson just outside the arc. Flashes, dribbles to his left. Gets it off over to Jones. Jones through the lane, right hand, short, no good, and foul. Two shots coming for the Coyotes. Nice to see Morris Elementary School. I assume that's McKinleyville's elementary school because they are also the Panthers. Is that what I see? Or are those kids just rocking maybe some Panther, Mackay Panther gear as well?
Morris is the Mustangs, I believe.
Thank you.
But they still got the red and black.
Here's Jones looking for his first points, and he does have it.
Just to go back to what you were saying with Josiah defensively, I think a large part of his game is the fact that he can play off of Freelo, that he gets the help, that Freelo can do a lot of the tough physical work, and Josiah can come in, help side, clean stuff up.
Ball comes in, both count, 9-point game. And a little trapping put together here by the Coyotes. That is busted by Briscoe. Briscoe to Caleb. Jacks now will set up their offense. Oliver goes for the steal. Caleb with the handle, spins away from Oliver. Top of the key now, gets the screen, wants Freelo, it's not there, left side Briscoe. Briscoe, short corner, turns, hesitates. Ball back out on top. The count, 6 on the shot clock. Goes to Freelo, down the lane, and loses the basketball. It's gonna be, the official can't make up his mind. Ooh, it's a block. That was a close one. Kind of got caught between a charge and a block, and he's like, well, the home crowd, I think I'll stick with the block.
I think defender was close to the restricted area, but yeah, Freelo coming in the lane hot. I'll tell you what, JB, if I was on San Bernardino, I would not want to get in front of a full-speed Kyle Freelo coming down the lane.
That's a locomotive coming down the tracks. Freelo, 11 points. Takes it to the stripe.
I'd give up the layup before drawing the charge 7 days out of the week.
That's a business decision. Get out of the way. His first free throw back of the iron, no good. Guillory in. Udo sits. Golfing great Jeff Myers, chopping it up with the Morris kids. Back of the iron, shooter's touch, hits about 5 times and it drops through the cylinder. Jacks on top, 58-46, 12-point affair, 10:05 to go. Henderson backing in against Fowler, just uses his size and goes to the glass. His eyes lit up when he saw the smaller defender and went right at him. Trapping again are the Coyotes. Aiden brings it across midcourt. Aiden between the legs, top of the key. Fowler with Welp, and that's a hand check on Welp. That's the 6th team foul. So fouls could be an issue here for the Coyotes.
Yeah, 2, as you said, on Welp, and Guillory, the only guy to watch with 3.
Briscoe to inbound. LeCount dribbles it off his foot. They're going to say touch by Oliver. 13 on the shot clock. Oliver disagrees. LeCount, free throw line, pulls the trigger. Swish. 60-48. Jacks back by 12.
And this is what I was talking about, JB, is does San Bernardino have the win to finish the game. You can see Oliver.
And they lost the basketball. That was an unforced error if you're a tennis fan. And it is going to be Josiah down the lane. Ball falls off the cylinder, but he will shoot 2 times. Foul called on it. You do see a lot of just long faces on the Coyotes. You made a great point. They got to be tired, right? It's only natural you're spending that much time on the hardwood running up and down, Mitchell Monge.
Absolutely, and keying in on Oliver as well, not letting him get the looks. Obviously, he was frustrated defensively, didn't get the call, but I think the ball went off the toe, just the touch of his shoe, and ended up being a bucket for LeCount, so that's got to be super frustrating.
LeCount and Freelo sit. Diaz back in. Court Franklin for the first time in the second half. Sanders now in double figures. Rob leads all Lumberjacks with 16. Oliver has 16 as well to pace the Coyotes. Sanders shoots. Nothing but net. 62-48. It's a 14-point lead for the Lumberjacks. 9:09 to play here. Oliver turning, spinning, working, grinding, drawing the foul. He will get 2 shots, but a lot of work he's put in to get these shots, as they've almost gone into third foul for Diaz.
Well, he made the basket.
He did make the basket. I'm going to blame Coach Stiff. I didn't see that one. But hey, kudos to Oliver there. Working hard, so chance for an and 1. He is grinding it out. 18 now for Evan Oliver, the senior. Transfer from Chico. Shot is good. He's got 19. He and Welp keeping him in this game. Trap is back on, and there's Oliver again working. And he thinks he got hit in the face, and it comes back at Fowler. And he's not happy. A little frustration foul there for Oliver, and that will be bonus time. Jacks will enjoy the 1-and-1.
Yeah, you can tell with Evan Oliver. Played a just wonderful game so far, but really starting to get frustrated now and falling into a bit of a deficit. You're seeing the tiredness come out.
I was going to say, everyone's over here inbound, but it's free throws. Coach Billups ahead of the curve on that one. Nice tie, by the way, on Coach Billups tonight.
Yeah, he's looked pretty sharp
Any
over there.
backstory on that?
Should I go into it?
Yes, that's why I asked you.
Well, he'd had that green tie for so long. I figured we'd be
First is good.
Give him a little upgrade. A Christmas present, new year, new tie. Billups with a fresh haircut on the sideline. He's looking all put together.
And you got him a barber too, didn't you?
Well, just gave him a recommendation.
There
but
you
yeah,
go.
we got to get Billups cleaned up, looking good. Hey, look good, play good, all right?
That's right. Both count for Aiden Fowler. Humboldt 64-51. Here's Oliver, top of the key. Oliver pushes it to Henderson. Henderson pulls the ripcord on a 3. Nothing but the... No, missed it. I'm going to play Coach Stick now. I saw the net slide. He left it well short.
No, it was nothing but the bottom of the net, but it didn't go through the basket.
Thank you. I said, oh, the guys are still playing. Promise I'll get glasses for the 25-26 season, people.
Either that or binoculars.
Briscoe double teamed, loses it. Diving is Guillory. Look at Guillory with the effort. I mean, just full on Superman. Ricky Henderson dived there into second. Very impressive. And we've got a stoppage of play. Somebody call timeout. What did I miss this time, Mitchell Monge? All right, timeout, 30-second variety, so that's the deal.
So, yeah, Guillory got the timeout off on the ground, I guess.
Thank you for clarifying. People are watching their TV, listening to the radio, and be like, what is JB talking about? I missed it. I apologize.
Maybe we're not waiting for next season for the glasses.
Seriously. Jeez. Cut out for these double headers or something. If you're just joining us, kudos. The women won big tonight over San Bernardino. And the men seen if they get a home sweep, but a ways to go on that one. Leading by 13, 8:21 to play in regulation. In the second half, the Lumberjacks are 1 of 2 from downtown, 6 of 14 from the floor, 9 of 11 from the stripe. Coyotes are 6 of 19 from the floor, 0 of 6 from three-point land, and 3 of 3 from the stripe.
Well, if you go back to the start of the second half, JB, I mean, we're starting to wonder, is this going to be something that we've seen before? Is it going to be a repeat? Let the ball game get tied at 42, and then that 11-0 run put some distance. Jackson kept their foot on the gas and pushed it up to 13 now. you know, just a couple 1 point off shy of their largest lead at 14. So just gotta keep it going, finish it out, play a complete basketball game.
Diaz, Franklin, Briscoe, Sanders, and Fowler. Those are your 5. Counting for the Yotes, Oliver, Andrew Henderson, Guillory, Welp. I'm missing someone. Welp, Oliver, Guillory, Henderson. All right, in the deep corner, it's Jones. Cross midcourt, Oliver. Oliver, top of the key. Pulls the trigger from downtown. Oliver fills it up. 10-point game, 64-54. Coyotes going nowhere, to no one's surprise.
I'll tell you what, Evan Oliver's not going down without a fight. That's been very clear tonight.
22 for Oliver. Dribble drive, Aiden working, hunting, kicking, Briscoe, wing 3, too much. Rebound, Oliver. Long rebound, Oliver off and running, takes it across midcourt. Hesitation, drives, draws the foul. Bucket, no foul, yes. Timeout on the floor, free throws coming when we return. Jacks 64-54, but Oliver and company get a chance to cut into that lead when we come back. Back in 1 minute, ESPN 107.3. Jumanji gutty performance by Evan Oliver and company, and they've got a chance to make this single digits.
Well, he's played 30 minutes of this game, 22 points, 10 of 15 from the floor. He's headed back to the stripe now, so obviously a ton of credit to him playing shorthanded tonight, or the Yotes, but a ton of credit to the Jacks too. I mean, come out tough start to the second half and able to extend it to a 10-point lead. Now you got 7:45 to go. You really got to buckle down and finish this on the up, so you can take that momentum into Saturday.
Oliver will shoot 2. Game high 22 points this far. Waits for the official to give him the basketball. He does. Shot is on its way. It is true. 64-55.
A couple of Morris kids down there joining Marching Lumberjacks, trying to distract Oliver at the stride.
All hands on deck for the home crowd. Both count. 24 points now for Oliver, and the lead is down to 8 for the Lumberjacks, and again, trapping are the Coyotes. Diaz to Caleb. Caleb going to get double team. Long pass comes to Briscoe. Briscoe elevates to take that home instead of coming over to Mitchell and I. LeCount, Freelo, near side Diaz. Whistle away from the basketball. That's huge. As Jones fouls Sanders, and Josiah will go to the line. This will be the final 1-and-1 for the Lumberjacks. It'll be double bonus the rest of the way after this. And Sanders is the guy you want at the line.
Absolutely. Well, and it's huge going to the stripe for 2 shots the rest of the way with, you know, the way that this Yotes team has been scratching and fighting. So now that forces them, they can't play as physical on defense because then the Jacks just get 2 looks from the free throw line.
Sanders. Deep breath. Dribbles. Shoots. Left it short, so it works out for the Coyotes. Jacks come up empty there. That's like missing 2. 8-point game. Oliver goes right at Diaz. Drew another foul and a bucket. Another chance for an old-fashioned 3, and we're going to have a very tight game here momentarily. So the Jacks got it up to double figures, and the Yotes answer the bell. And Oliver's got a chance to make it a 5-point game with 7:18 to go. Could be really a 7-point swing there, Mitchell, when you have a front-end miss of the 1-and-1, and then an old-fashioned 3 the other direction. Shot is up. It is good. We'll call it a 5-point swing. And Josiah on the rebound, foot on the baseline. And the Jacks hit a cold streak right here.
Another unforced turnover.
Oliver, baseline, inbounds. Finds Guillory. Guillory backing in on Diaz. Takes it to his right. Ball is loose. Welp, 10 on the shot clock. Near side Oliver, another 3. Short, no good. Tip, loose ball. Run away for Caleb McCown. He's going to try to beat everybody there, and he does. Jacks with a much-needed bucket. Easy for me to say, but they lay it in for 2. 66-58. And Guillory, I think, has got blood on him. So he's going to have to check out. He will see the trainer. Substitution. Pierce into the contest for the Coyotes at the 6:50 mark. Jacks 66, Coyotes 58. Marching Lumberjacks making some noise. Ball girl out there with the mop, getting the perspiration off the floor. And it is now 6 fouls on the Jacks, so fouls will equal free throws the rest of the way. Inbounds. Oliver spits it out to Jones. Jones dribbles, attacks, goes to Welp, stolen away by Freelo. Probably one too many passes. And then a foul on Guillory. He's not happy about it, but it's going to send Freelo to the line, and Guillory's got his 4th.
But I get Guillory's frustration there. I mean, so far away from the basket, just a casual hand swipe. You got to be smarter than that there, especially when you're already in the double bonus.
Freelo 2 times. Freelo 12 points. McCown comes over to talk with Coach Tift, as does Rob Diaz. Freelo, first is up. Shooter's touch drops. 67-58. Freelo with 13. Shout out again to Fatima Naylor, who sponsored tonight's action. Freelo got them both. 68-58. Fatima Naylor of Humboldt Mortgage, hometown hero night. Dribble drive, Oliver down the lane, puts it up, no good. Other direction. LeCount pushes it, Diaz pitches, Josiah wants to hammer it, he gets hammered by Welp instead. And Josiah to the stripe, and I think we got a technical?
No, we got a warning.
So, Coach Arganall not happy, but
San Bernardino gets warnings, we get technicals.
Coach Tift letting folks know how he feels about warnings versus technicals. Of course, he did not get warned in the East Bay game, just simply picked up a technical. I assume Scott is sitting behind me somewhere, who is the official evaluator. Scott Rotherham. Josiah misses 2 in a row now, misses the first there, coming off the front end of the double-double, or the 1-and-1. Sanders one more time. Shot is up. That one is good. 69-58, it's the Jacks by 11. Guillory quickly from Oliver. Takes the ball down the lane, puts it up, puts it off the mark, no good. Tip in, no, we've got a whistle. And Sanders gets dinged this time. 2 shots coming.
Tightening it up a little bit.
All I saw was a black coat, so I want to take your word for it.
Well, he came in from behind Sanders with the left, and again, looked to me like a lot of ball, but again, you know, on the Sanders dunk here, didn't look like a ton of contact either. Might have got his wrist, but ball don't lie.
Guillory misses the first. 6:18 to go, 69-58. Lumberjacks by 11. The shot is up. It is good. 69-59. Coach still barking at the officials about warnings versus technicals. Left to right. Lumberjack basketball. Caleb LeCount runs the point at the 6:05 mark. Jacks lead by 10. LeCount to his right. Pushes it, Sanders. Josiah spins down the lane. Feeds, goes to his left. No good. Rebound, Henderson. Henderson to Guillory. Spins away from Diaz. Takes it across the timeline. Guillory stopping, flipping. Henderson, three on the way. Henderson back in the iron, no good. Diaz up high to get the rebound. Here's Rob. Rob across midcourt. Rob near side. Ditches the defender. High underhand scoop laying. 71-59.
Steph Curry-ish with the high finger roll finish.
Guillory, top of the key. Guillory has it stolen away. Here comes Briscoe. Briscoe wants the hammer, and that's going to be Oliver with the strip away. Nice play there by Evan Oliver. And Briscoe wanted a flush. And he and Oliver exchanged pleasantries. Gotta love competitors. Diaz from the baseline, substitution. Udo in. I did not see who checked out. Inbounding. Looks like Guillory checked out of the contest. Left wing, LeCount. Goes to Freelo, gets his man in the air, goes to his left, traveling. Freelo drug the pivot foot, making his move. Official picked up on that. The Jacks missed an opportunity there. It's opportunities like that can help put this game away. Instead, look, made three and there's a single-digit game with a lot of basketball to be played, Mitchell.
On the flip side, I mean, you want to challenge Freelo. Go get the ball back, okay? You turn the ball over, do something here.
Henderson loses the basketball. Diaz up with it. Jacks off and running again. Diaz, left hand, got it. And you just feel San Bernardino maybe running out of some steam.
Yeah, but even on the other end, it was Freelo again with the aggressive defense on the interior, forcing that turnover.
Jones dribbles, attacks, goes to his right, puts it up, puts it in. Timeout called by San Bernardino. 30-second variety. We will stay right here. And yeah, I think if you're San Bernardino, you got to burn all your timeouts to just get some air to your guys. Now, 30-second variety, I'm not sure why they're sitting. And Darryl says, get up. All right, it's a full now. All right, we are back in 1 minute. ESPN 107.3. 4:45 to play here. Jacks by 12. How do you close this out if you're the Lumberjacks?
Well, it's been Rob Diaz getting it done for him with the scoring. He's got 20, 6 of 8, very efficient from the floor. He's gotten to the stripe 8 times, knocking down 7 of them. The one thing to watch with Rob is that he's playing with 4 fouls, but I think it's going to start again in the defensive end. You got to wear San Bernardino out, right? You know, they're really playing a 6-man rotation right now, and you just got to wear them out. Force them to use the clock, make passes, exert as much energy as you can, and at the other end, you can push the tempo to get it up the court again, sprinting back on defense. You're going to wear them out, and that's just, you know, got to be frustrating for the Oats team that's shorthanded, going on the road, long road trip, and really grinding it out here. Evan Oliver's trying to drag him across the finish line.
Yeah, 26 for Oliver. Needless to say, leads all scorers. Diaz leads all Lumberjacks with 20. San Bernardino's going to press. Lumberjacks inbounding from the far baseline. Sanders runs the baseline. He's got a hustle, gets it to Briscoe. Briscoe just dribbles away from trouble. Briscoe gets run through by Udo. Jamal Briscoe will shoot too. Speaking of freight trains, Udo's moving. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of the way of Briscoe.
Briscoe eyes on Eyes on the bucket in transition. You got a little taste of blood on that tomahawk flush earlier for another 1 cent.
Briscoe. First is short. Now, what Jordans does Briscoe have on? My shoe expert.
I'm not your shoe expert. I just recognize that there's just such a classic shoe. That
Gotcha.
11 Concord, they re-release them. And my uncle, who's a big basketball fan, Warriors fan, got a pair of the originals sitting in his closet that he used to wear in high school.
1 of 2 for Briscoe. The lead is 13 for Humboldt. 4:38 to go. Oliver, right side. Henderson through the lane, goes to his left. Nice fill up there. 74-63. Jacks get it in quickly. Unable to run the full court trap. We've got a whistle. Oh, we've got a little basketball's made it on the way to the court from one of the young fans. They all want it. Love the kids. No shame in the game. Instead of being embarrassed.
Well,
Far side.
Now they're playing the blame game down there.
Everyone's pointing. A lot of fingers being pointed. Briscoe, backcourt. Oliver working against Caleb LeCount. Oliver now with 4 fouls. And Caleb will shoot 2. And it doesn't get easier for San Bernardino. They're going to take the drive over 299 tomorrow. And then they're going to get Chico. And the one thing about these day games, Mitchell, I mean, look, you're playing another game in less than 48 hours.
Absolutely. And go off the night game.
And Chico is getting blitzed by Pomona. Chico undefeated in league play, I believe. Shot is up, back of the iron, no good. So the Jacks continue to leave some on the free throw line.
Yeah, similar to here, 9-point game over in Chico at just under 5 to play.
9 points against Pomona, though, feels like it's about 1,000. LeCount missed them both, so the Jacks do not take advantage there. 4:19 to play. Jones at midcourt. Jones to his right, step back, 3 on the way. Short, no good. Rebound comes to Oliver. Oliver, little hesitation to his left, feeds Welp. Welp down the lane, glass good. So another swing, we'll call that a 4-point swing. Ball comes to Diaz. Jacks cannot put it in cruise control yet. It is a 9-point game, 4 minutes to play. Jacks have missed a ton of free throws down the stretch here. LeCount weaving through traffic, hits the deck, timeout called. And they're going to say jump ball. Arrow belongs to the Lumberjacks. We are going to pause. We are going to take a timeout. We're back in 60 seconds. ESPN 107.3. Stretch here. Lumberjacks lead 74-65, 3:45 to go. It will be Lumberjack basketball. And every time you think the Jacks maybe can put this team away, the Gutty Bernardino Coyotes just keep answering.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, it's been kind of a trend throughout the season is Jacks' ability, I mean, to hold the lead down the stretch, but they also have a tendency to kind of keep games close, let teams hang around. So you'd like to see them close it out strong over the final 3:45 and establish, you know, no question with 2 minutes, 90 seconds to go.
Jacks will inbound from the baseline. For the record, it was not a timeout. It was a jump ball. So the arrow does belong now to the Coyotes. Diaz from the baseline. 16 on the shot clock. Ball comes in, low block, and it's going to be Freelo. Hands it back to Rob. Rob over to Briscoe. Briscoe to Caleb. 8 on the clock. Caleb dribbles, drives, Bounce past Briscoe, 2 on the clock, 3 on the way for Briscoe. No, Freelo kept it alive. Out of bounds, last touch by one of the Coyotes, and a fresh 20 for the Lumberjacks. Big board there for Freelo, and then had it ripped away, but out of bounds. Inbounds, Freelo. Working against Yelp, comes over to Briscoe. Briscoe finds LeCount. Coach calls out the offense. To his left, 8 on the clock. Stopping his dribble is Caleb. Comes to Briscoe. Briscoe through the lane, dribbles, drives, and denied. Loose ball, up with it. Udo comes to Oliver. Oliver down the lane, goes to his left, short, no good. Loose ball. Freelo had it and lost it out of bounds. So Freelo hustled back, just couldn't quite hold on. Good defense there from LeCount.
Oh, absolutely. He undercut Oliver before he was able to go up, so there's no foul. He beats him to it, but that really makes you uncomfortable as you're driving into the lane and just left it short.
Baseline Jones. Jones comes into Henderson. Henderson stops his dribble. Oliver, under 3 to go, 9-point game. Oliver stops, comes to Welp. Welp pushes it over to Jones. Jones, step back to Welp. Open look at a 3, can it? Nothing but net, 74-68. Coyotes right there.
6'9" versus 5'8", even if Caleb gets a good contest. Plenty of room for Welp to shoot.
Jack's got to find some offense here. 74 is not going to hold up, especially with 2:30 to go. LeCount to his right, dribbles through the lane, finds Freelo, who comes down to the floor. Timeout called. Good timeout by coach. Jack's out of sorts. This is where you need a dog right here. Somebody to take matters into their own hands. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. This is where you need a Dennis Eckersley. You need a closer, Mitchell Mongi.
Absolutely, and the question for the Jacks, who's going to step up into that? I mean, we've seen Josiah Sanders with his scoring down the stretch. And then on the other hand, I mean, Rob Diaz, obviously we know he's a true scorer, but it's going to be who gets it done. Caleb LeCount trying to do the job there, facilitating inside the paint. But again, San Bernardino just refusing to go down quietly here.
Oliver 26, Welp with 19. Jacks have got 20 from Diaz, 17 from Caleb, 14 from Freelo, 12 from Sanders. And coach really not going to the bench here in the second half either. Mason has not played in the second, Timmons has not played in the second, and Franklin and Aiden Fowler spared.
Right, and yeah, it's really been the starting 5 carrying it the way, all of them over 30 minutes with the exception of Freelo, and he's at 28. So we talk about, you know, maybe the Oats being tired down the stretch. How about the Jacks? I mean, there's been a very short lineup.
LeCount, Briscoe, Freelo, Sanders, and Diaz. 11 on the shot clock. Jacks clinging to a 74-68 lead. 2:21 to play here in regulation.
Don't say in regulation. Insinuating overtime over here.
Diaz from the baseline. Rob to Freelo. Freelo right back to Rob, and they threw it away. Wow. So timeout to only turn the ball over on a very tennis unforced error. Here comes Hernandez, and the momentum belongs to the Coyotes. Henderson pushes it. Udo, 3 on the way. Of course, 74-71, 3-point game, 2:05 to go. Jacks had a double-digit lead moments ago, all but gone. LeCount to his right. Crowd stunned. Sanders, top of the key. Josiah over his left side. Looking to get to his point. Double teamed. Gets away from it. Goes to the glass. No good. Coyotes can tie with the 3. Jacks have gone ice cold offensively. Midcourt for Oliver. Oliver left side. Wide open is Welp for 3. Yes! All square at 74. Well, what do we have here? We've got an offensive foul. I believe count the bucket. Well, the Jacks are going to have to make free throws here. So Udo called for a foul, but the bucket counts, I believe. And Rob Diaz will go to the stripe. You like that if you're Humboldt.
Yeah, huge break for the Jacks there.
And now the officials are going to discuss things. Basket is good. That's what they were discussing. So count the bucket. And I'm not sure why we have a timeout. I mean, if anything, you review it, right, Mitchell? When does the foul occur?
I'm guessing they're going to go to the monitor.
So right now, we've got a Welp 3 and then a foul. But they're going to look, see what happens first, the bucket or the foul. Obviously, if you're Humboldt, you want to see it go the other way. 13-point game moments ago, Mitchell. Now all square with Diaz on the line. Minute 32 to go.
We were 73-59 at the 4:59 mark. And just 3.5 minutes later, Jackson scored just 1 point over that stretch. 15-1 run for the Yotes. Unbelievable.
Missed free throws and turnovers.
Absolutely. And the Jacks, I mean, to their credit, they've gotten to the stripe a ton, 29 times. They missed 8 of them. So there's 8 points left on the line.
And you also had to miss one at the front end of the 1-and-1.
Okay, so make it 9. And on the other end, I mean, yeah, clean game. 13 turnovers, 14 turnovers for the Jacks, 13 for the Yotes. It's shooting just 39% in the second half are the Jacks. And here's another one. Coyotes in the second half have taken 10 more field goal attempts than the Jacks.
All right, I believe the basket's going to count. Let's see what they say here. We're going to get an explanation, I believe.
We're making sure that the shot was released before the common foul underneath the basket, so the 3 is good. We have a common foul on blue 8, 2 free throws.
Thank you. All right, so that is what happened there. Common foul. 3 is good. And now Diaz at the stripe 2 times. And it almost feels like your Coyotes are playing with house's money right now. The Jacks have definitely puckered here down the stretch. Coyotes enjoying a 15-1 run to erase a 14-point deficit. Rob's first, good. Breaks our tie, 75-74. Now, interestingly, the Jacks have not trailed in this game. Well, they were tied at 42, then tied again at 74. Rob, 1 of 2. And the Coyotes now can't take their first lead. Right to left is Oliver, who's got 26 on the night. Oliver to his left. Back to Welp, tipped away. Welp comes back, gets the basketball before it goes back for Udo to Oliver. 15 on the shot clock. Oliver turns, spins, needs some help, spinning. Now Henderson down low, comes up with it, spits it out. 3 on the way for Welp. Side iron, no. Rebound for LeCount. And they're going to call a foul as Briscoe hits the deck hard. And will Briscoe, all sorts of pain. Foul called on 6. And that'll be number 4 on Jones. Briscoe's still down. Shannon Childs will go to attend to him. And so Briscoe's up. The question is, who's shooting the? You assume it's Briscoe, right?
No, Caleb. I think they fouled Caleb. Yeah, because Briscoe got clocked, and then there was no whistle. And as Caleb came down, was when the whistle happened. But yeah, it's gonna be Caleb. Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna say LeCount got fouled there, but Briscoe taking most of the pain.
Jackson got to knock down free throws here. Sets, shoots, cans the first. 76-74. Diaz to the bench, Aiden Fowler in.
And Caleb LeCount shooting 78% on the season. It's the guy you wanted to stripe.
Big one here to make it a 3-point game. Shoots. Got it. 77-74, 62 seconds to go. Jacks lead by 3. Clinging to a lead, trying to get a win. Long way to go. Oliver, who's been everywhere tonight. To his right, to his left, defers. Pushes it left to Jones. Jones wants Oliver again. Not there. Dribbles down the baseline. Denied by Sanders. Udo on the rebound and the putback, yes. Second chance opportunity there. Running the point will be LeCount. Jacks lead by a point. Critical offensive series here. They are not going to call timeout. Yes, they are going to call timeout. Coach is going to get out the grease board. So obviously, Mitchell, I have to say a critical timeout here. Timeout on the floor. We're back in a minute. ESPN 107. Well, hold on. Yeah, back in a minute. ESPN 107.3. minutes, Wavanji. Time to go to your bread and butter to the Lumberjacks. 33 seconds to play, 20 on the shot clock. Look, obviously you need a bucket here, and if you do, you get a chance for a stand and a win. If not, it's hold on for dear life on the final possession for the Coyotes.
Jones, Guillory, Oliver all out there playing with 4 fouls. I'm going at Oliver. I mean, he's a good defender, but again, somebody who can't foul, they're going to have to play softer defense. So you can always attack those guys offensively, but again, you want to draw a play to get yourself a basket first, not worrying about the other team.
Jacks go backcourt, cross midcourt for LeCount. Shot clock at 15, game clock 28. Ball comes to Fowler, goes right back to Caleb. See what they drew up. Caleb down the lane, goes to Welp, kicks it outside. Josiah for 3, back iron, no. Rebound, Henderson, here we go.
No
San Bernardino can take their first lead, and it will be on their final possession. Dribble, drive, Oliver pushes it. Henderson down low, feeds it, loose ball, finds Yelp, heats an eye, and they're going to call a foul. They are going to call a foul with 4.1 to go. Making the whistle is Darryl Holland. 2 shots for Welp. And the Jacks will have 4.1 seconds.
No timeouts for either team.
Welp down low. Chance to tie and take the lead. San Bernardino has not led in this game. His first is no good. No good. Welp one more time. Welp sets, dribbles, shoots, got it. 4 seconds, here we go. Jackson got to hustle. Sanders, you got plenty of time. They're going to come into LeCount. LeCount, cross midcourt, 2 seconds, puts it up.